joining me now, Vite Media's Matt Malatesta. We're going to break down our own top 10. We're going to go do 5 through 1 next week. Today, 10 down to 6. You ready?
Not really, but we're going to go for it because this is a very hard list to put together and you're stressing me out.
All right, sorry. Number 10, who do you have?
Marquez Davis, running back, Kingwood, made Kingwood relevant again in the playoffs. What a great season. Over 2,000 yards rushing, tons of touchdowns.
Number 9.
Landon Williams-Callis, the bell cow for Randall. Give him the ball, he scores touchdowns, moves the chains, just a sophomore.
How about my number 9, Cole Allen, running back of St. John's. Through the regular season, he was number 2 in the nation in rushing. He's going to Harvard. Amazing kid and a great athlete.
Great pick. Great pick. I like that.
Thank you very much. All right, number 8, who do you have?
Number 8, I got Mr. Wiggle, Jermaine Bishop from Willis. This guy can play defense, he can play offense. The ball in his hands, electric.
All right, I have Jonah Williams, Galveston ball. Got hurt late in the year, but he was leading ball to their greatest season ever. Does it all, offense, defense, going to University of Texas, return man, spectacular player and person. You like him, don't you?
I do love that. He was banged up at the end of the year, so I'm going to have him as an asterisk.
Okay, he's an asterisk to you. Number 7.
Number 7, I'm going with the big boys. Jonte Newman heading to Texas A&M. Huge offensive lineman for Bridgeland. Bridgeland has a tremendous season. They get to the regional semis. What a year for them. Actually, regional finals. What a year for them. And it was led on the offensive line by Jonte Newman.
Going with the lineman. You're all inclusive.
Baby. Yes, I am.
All right, well, he had a great year, and so did those Bridgeland Bears. At number 6.
I'm going big man, defensive line, Chase Sims. Also going to Texas A&M. He was a complete disruptor for Randall. Again, extend way deep into the playoffs. He is a bull in that middle and was amazing all season.
My number 6 is the Mac attack, Carday Mack of Atascocita. Check out his stats, Matt. He rushed for nearly 2,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. He threw for nearly 1,900 yards, another 18 touchdowns. What a season they had, and he'll be back next year for another big Mac attack.
He might be in my top 5.
Uh-oh.
Stay tuned.
Uh-oh, watch out. So that's 10 through 6, and now it's 5 through 1. Are you ready, willing, and able?
I am able. I'm not ready. We're just kind of battling this thing out right now.
All right, I made a change, an addendum from my 6. He came down a bit, but we're kind of on the same page from what I can tell. At number 5, you have?
I'm going Johnny Abair from Straight Jesuit, the running back. Amazing season. Really pushed that team throughout the playoffs. He will not take any of the credit. Super humble guy. And he doesn't have a cell phone. That ticks a box for me too.
I agree with you. He was the second leading rusher in the nation, over 3,500 yards, and he led the nation in yards per game, 271. He'll be back next year, so we'll bring him down to probably 2 or 1 next year, but I'm agreeing with you on that one. Then, number 4.
I love Austin Carlisle from Ridge Point. The quarterback did a tremendous season. Been there for 2 years. He was transferred from Foster. He's going to U of H. But he was a guy that can really run the ball. But, man, his arm and decision-making was primo.
I agree with you. Austin Carlisle accounted for 50 touchdowns this past year, and he was sensational. Look forward to seeing him next season. And number 3.
Atascocita's Carday Mack. This district was the district of doom, right? Carday Mack from Atascocita, great season, running, passing. He was the straw that stirred that entire drink at Atascocita.
All right, I'm from the same district, but I'm gonna go with Caleb Bailey. What an incredible season, what an amazing career, and I have him as number 3. I'd probably have him at number 1, but I'm still feeling the pain of that loss to Austin Westlake.
I hear you.
All right. Number 2.
For me, it is Blake Thomas. Blake Thomas went berserk this year for Summer Creek. They get to the state Final Four as well. That was a very tight game. Blake Thomas, little bitty guy, but man, big heart, great arm, great legs. He's going to be sorely missed at Summer Creek next year.
All right, I'm almost on the same page, same district, but I'm going with Carday Mack. Boy, he was like a one-man show over there. I mean, there was talent around him, but he was spectacular, and he'll be back next year.
He will be.
There'll be lots of Mack attacks.
Yes.
All right. So that gets us down to what?
Number one.
Number one. Number
Yes.
one. And you have
Caleb Bailey from North Shore. He was 42-2 in his career at North Shore, which is unbelievable.
that's incredible.
And oh man, just kind of disappointing finish for the Mustangs, like you said, but uncommitted, running, passing. He was kind of the glue guy for that offense.
Yeah. And you can make a case for Caleb. I was torn. I'm going to go with Blake Thomas because his stats were off the charts. He accounted for over 4,000 yards of offense and 53 touchdowns, led Summer Creek to the state finals last year, state semifinals this year. But look at that district, the quarterbacks with Mack, Bailey, and Thomas.
Yeah, my deal was Bailey knocked off Atascocita twice and Summer Creek once. That was kind of my that was my decision maker.
All right, well, you can't argue with that. And we'll show the top 10 right now for Matt and myself. A lot of the same guys, few differences, but this was a lot of fun.
It was great fun. We didn't get to a lot of. You could do this for offense and defense. Caleb Burns from Cy Falls was another tremendous player. Didn't make our list. Amazing defender.
Yeah, and I had Patrick Broadway on my bubble. You had Jonah Williams on your bubble.
Right.
And so we should have had a top 20, but you got to draw the line somewhere. Meet us, Matt Malatesta. Thanks a lot.
Great seeing you.